States vary from needing to talk about the radiator to not talking about the radiator, but they all kind of want us to know the same thing as far as fluids. They want to know the same thing about electrical, about leaks, loose and missing nuts and bolts, minimum, maximum of vehicle specifications. So depending on what you state you're in, you are probably going to talk about essentially the same things over and over again. But we'll go a little overboard this time around just to make sure that we cover everything and that you know what everything is, because that's the important part. The radiator located here is not cracked, bent, or broken. It's properly secured and it's in good working condition. It's not missing loose nuts or bolts, and there are no leaks on the radiator. The radiator fan is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition. No missing fan blades. It's not cracked, bent. And then also there's no missing loose nuts or bolts on that. On this truck specifically, we have our coolant reservoir, which is on that side of the truck. We might as well cover it while we're over here. Reads between minimum and maximum to vehicle specifications. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. Not missing any loose nuts or bolts. Lid is on, secure, and there is no leaks. There's hoses coming from the radiator, coming into the coolant system, into the reservoir, and they have no leaks. They're not missing loose nuts or bolts, no zip ties, no hose clamps, and there are no leaks. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and they are in good working condition. If we draw our hand over into the oil dipstick located here, it reads between minimum and maximum to vehicle specification. Not missing loose nuts or bolts, it has no leaks, it's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured and in good working condition. This can be checked when the engine is off, and that way you can check it appropriately. If you move down and you look down further, this is an air brake truck, which means it has an air compressor and it has a power steering pump that's connected to it down there. On this truck here, they're both gear driven. The air compressor is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition. You'd mentioned that yes, it is gear driven and it has no leaks, and the hoses coming off of it have no leaks, and they are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and they're in good working condition, right? And we have the power steering pump that's connected to it as well, gear driven, not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, good working condition, not missing loose nuts or bolts, has no leaks. Hoses coming from the power steering pump come into the power steering reservoir, right? And it is reading between minimum and maximum of vehicle specification. The lid is on, secure, no missing loose nuts or bolts, has no leaks, not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition. The hoses are not leaking, the hose clamps are all on tight. The lid's on, secure, and it is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition. We have our steering shaft. Our steering shaft here has no more than 10 degrees of play in the cab. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition, properly greased, no leaks. Come down here into the frame. We're going to go ahead and point out per parts of the vehicle, right? This is the front end. So the front end of the truck's frame all the way to the front of the cab's frame is not cracked, bent, or broken. It's properly secured and it's in good working condition. There's no illegal welds and there's nothing on there that would catch the eye, right? We're now going to cover the steering components. Yeah, this is the steering box. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, good working condition, properly greased, no missing loose nuts or bolts, and has no leaks. We have our pitman arm, our drag link, steering knuckle, steering arm below it. We have our tie rod, and then our spindle. Is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition. Make sure when you're talking about the steering components that you mention the castle nuts and the pins are in place. Run into our front axle. Front axle is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition, no illegal welds. We have our U-bolts. They are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition, not missing loose nuts or bolts. They're holding our leaf springs in line, right? We have our rear and front brackets and or mounts. Leaf springs are in line. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and they're in good working condition, including our brackets and mount. The shock absorber, both top and bottom mount, is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition. The shock absorber itself is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition. Also is not leaking. To our airline is not missing loose nuts or bolts, not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition, and it has no leaks. That's going to bring us over into the chamber. The brake chamber has no dents, right? Something could come up and it could smack that, messing it all up. Has no leaks, it's not cracked, bent, or broken. Properly secured in good working condition, not missing loose nuts or bolts. On the back side of that, we have a slack adjuster and we have a push rod, which has no more than an inch of play and sitting at a 90-degree angle. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition, not missing any of the pins. We go into our brakes. We'll start out with our brake drums. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured in good working condition, no illegal welds, no signs of debris or any kind of oil, no illegal welds. And then we're going to go ahead and look at our brake pads. They have more than a 1/4 inch of pad remaining. No signs of oil or any kind of debris. They are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. While we're back here, we'll talk about the inner rim. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition, and also has no illegal welds. The tire is extremely important, has 4 parts to it. We'll start with the first part, where it is even in wear. The front tire has to have at least 4/32 tread depth. And there cannot be any cuts or bulges, frays of any sort or kind on this tire, indicate any kind of imperfections, right? In the sidewalls on both sides there. And it also cannot have recaps. In the state of Oregon, you cannot have recaps on your front tire. Once you rub your hand down the tire, you're going to go to tire inflation, right? Tire is inflated properly to vehicle specifications, and you can check it here with the valve stem, with the metal valve stem cap. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. My rim is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition as well. No illegal welds, right? We have all our lug nuts here. They're all in place. They're all tight. There's no indication of any kind of leaks of any sort of any kind of residue or rust showing that these could be loose or getting loose. Any shininess, anything of that sort. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. And this is called the front hub and seal, right? The seal's back here, and this is a hub. It can be checked here through the sight glass. It is not missing loose nuts or bolts. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, good working condition, and is filled to vehicle specifications. Go over to the other side, make sure that you cover general wires, right? We want to make sure there's no burn marks, frays of any sort or type. That's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's all in good working condition. You also want to make sure that you cover our hoses, right? General hoses. We don't know what all the hoses are maybe, but you know, we do know what some of them are. We do know that leaks are bad, right? So general hoses, not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. They have no leaks. They're not missing any hose clamps, anything like that. Other side, we can start with the alternator. The alternator is belt driven. It's not missing any loose nuts or bolts. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition. There's a wiring harness on the back of the alternator that is also has free of burn marks, frays, anything like that. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition. We're going to run over here and look at our belt. The belt cannot have any more than 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of play in it. It doesn't have any tears, cuts, any worn in it. It is not cracked, bent, or broken. It's properly secured, and it's in good working condition. Down low, the shiny one there, that's our water pump. It is belt driven as well. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. It has no leaks, right? It's the water pump. No missing loose nuts or bolts. We'll dial it back here, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the windshield wiper fluid reservoir. Usually you don't have to cover this, but if you do. No missing loose nuts or bolts. Reading at vehicle specification. Lid is on secure, is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition, and has no leaks.